Alright, today I'm going to make a cauliflower crust pizza. It's a healthy homemade pizza, and it's basically for the low carb or the keto diet, or those that just want to eat healthy. Okay, what you need for the pizza toppings are the feta cheese, pepperoni, some oregano. I have a block of mild cheddar cheese, some mozzarella cheese, and some Prego pizza sauce. Also going to put some rosemary and a little bit of garlic salt on mine. Now the basic thing that makes this pizza healthy is the crust. And the easiest way to make the crust, this method is the fastest and easiest way to make a crust. You need your cauliflower. All you need for the crust is a cauliflower, 1 egg, and some grated cheese. Most people use mozzarella cheese, but I like to use the mild, sharp cheddar cheese. Well, I guess it's mild cheddar cheese, and it's grated. So all you got to do is combine these ingredients, and I'll show you. Now I have the cauliflower. I ran it through the grater. Got a nice little batch of it right here. And these are the little bit larger bits. Now most people run it through a food processor, but if you don't have a food processor, you could use the grater or the blender. You know, it's easy. There's no need to go through all that mess. And then what you want to do is heat it in the microwave for about 5 minutes. So we're going to go do that right now. And the leftover bits, you could throw them away, or you could use them in a soup, or however you like to eat your cauliflower. Alright, I cooked the cauliflower for about 5 minutes in the microwave, and then I let it cool a little bit. And then these larger pieces right here, you could just squash them with your fork. And if they don't squash, then your cauliflower is not cooked enough. Most people take the cauliflower and they wrap it in a dish towel and strain it. They tell you to get all the water out, but while a lot of the water evaporated while the cauliflower was cooling. And I like to, strain mine in a dish towel. I put it just like this and make the crust, because you're going to put it in the oven anyway, and the oven's going to dry it out. And that's why most people's crust comes out flat. If you leave a little bit of moisture in there, the steam will fluff up the crust a little bit. It acts like the yeast would in a flour crust. Alright, anyway, since we have the cauliflower cooked and dried and it's cooled enough, it's still warm, but it's cool enough to touch. And I don't measure, but this is about half a cup of cheese, and this is about a cup of cauliflower, and this is about 1 egg. So then now we're going to combine all these ingredients in this bowl and mix them up. Again, if you have a food processor, you could use that, but it's not necessary. Just mix it up real good. The egg and the cheese are going to bind with the cauliflower bits, and when you bake it, it all becomes one solid piece, and it won't crumble or fall apart. So what I'm going to be making is two 8-inch pizzas. I'm going to use these pie pans right here and make our crust. Once it's good and mixed, then you want to take the pie pans and spray them with non-stick cooking spray. And then you're ready to add your crust to the pan. Now I just spread the dough, I guess, into the pan, spread it out with a spoon. It's all hands off. There's no need to knead it with your hand. It's not dough, but it will melt together. And by the time you take it out, it'll be just like a pizza dough. But then you preheat your oven to 400 degrees. And then you bake these for about 20 minutes or until they're golden brown on the top. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Alright, our pizza crust baked in the oven for about 25 minutes at 400 degrees. And they come out good. You can see they're kind of brown around the edges right there. So you know. And then you want to take a spoon and loosen them up in case they get, you don't want them to get stuck to the pan. Just go around and pry it up. Once it's loose, you see it's all one solid piece of pizza crust. It's ready to go. And then I just cook it in the same pan so you can cook your pizza. Then we just add our pizza toppings. Like I said before, we got a pizza sauce, some cheddar cheese, and some Parmesan mozzarella. We don't have Parmesan, but we got mozzarella and feta. I use the feta instead of Parmesan because it's a little bit more flavorful. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and dress these pizzas up and then let you see how that works. Fresh out of the oven. 2 cauliflower crust pizzas. This one with sauce and this one with no sauce. Just cheese, pepperonis, and all kind of good stuff. Alrighty, thanks for watching. There you go. Nice pizza. I add a little bit more feta cheese on mine. And the crust is kind of soft, but that's because I piled on a lot of ingredients. If you want your crust a little bit crispier, just after it's done cooking, put it back in the oven directly on the rack and cook it for about 5 or 6 minutes more until the crust firms up a little bit more. But to me it's fine just as it is. I'm going to eat it with a fork. Alrighty.